Yo, welcome back everybody to a brand new PTCGL PAL Day Evolved deck video, and today I'm showing off a deck that you're probably going to hate, and that is going to be my Arceus Gyarados VMAX deck. I've been trying to make Gyarados VMAX work here in the new format for a little bit, because I was a big fan of the Arceus Gyarados Jolteon Memory Capsule deck that existed a while back, but that deck obviously no longer is playable because we lost Memory Capsule and Jolteon, but I did want to try to make Gyarados work in the new format. So the way I've built this deck is a Gyarados Disruption deck using Hyper Beam, which can discard energy from your opponent's active Pokemon, and combining that with Crushing Hammer and Fan of Waves to try to discard energy from your opponent's Pokemon, making it really hard for them to play the game. It's actually really good against Arceus decks specifically, where you can, remove certain energy like Fight Energy and Double Turbo Energy to make it very hard for an Arc deck on your opponent's side to be able to keep up with the constant disruption of the deck. Before we begin the video, I do want to shout out the podcast. Every Friday, we upload a new episode of the Mental Mind podcast, hosted by me and Lindsay. A new episode just came out, episode 3, where we talked about the new Pokemon season, and also we talked about self-doubting yourself within the TCG. We got a lot of mental health topics on the pod. If you're into that stuff, definitely go check out the podcast down below and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, if you enjoy podcasts, definitely go give it a listen. All right, so yeah, this is the list I'm playing. It is a very annoying deck to play against. This is why you might hate this deck. So yeah, Gyarados is also a very beefy Pokemon. It's got 330 HP, so it's pretty tough to one-hit KO. It's very tanky. And again, Hyper Beam can be very good in combination with Crushing Hammer. Like if you're playing against like Arcdura, for example, you can Hyper Beam the Fight Energy off of the Duraludon, and then if they don't have another Fight Energy, they can't attack with Duraludon, and then their Dura is stuck, and then you can just knock it out with like Max Tyrant or something. Also, you have Max Tyrant, which, yeah, 240 damage is a nice chunk of damage to do. You're knocking out most basic Vs and EXs, which is nice. Now, we are playing the Flying Pikachu in the deck also because if you're playing against, like, Miraidon, which Gyarados just, can't do anything in that matchup. It's weak to Lightning. We can just use, like, Flying Pikachu instead. It's also good against Lost Box and Tinglu, which are two matchups that this deck probably wants to have a good answer to. And Arceus just kind of puts the deck together. On top of the Crushing Hammer, discard synergy. We also play Path of the Peak, which, again, just if the opponent can't play the game quite literally with their abilities and also with their energy getting removed, it can be very tough for your opponent to do anything. And that's kind of the concept of this deck, just make it hard for the opponent to play the game when combining Hammer, Gyarados, and Path plus Iono/Judge Disruption. Before we do get in the video, shout out to the sponsor Card Cavern TCG. As always, if you're ever looking for any PTCGL pack codes, get them over at Card Cavern. Card Cavern sells codes online for the cheapest. So if you're looking for any set like the main set, Paldea Evolved, or of course when Obsidian Flames comes out later this Thursday, make sure to get your Obsidian Flame codes over at Card Cavern. And if you get anything at Card Cavern at the checkout, use my discount code LDF for a 5% discount on your order. Help the channel, help yourself out, and help out Card Cavern. So shout out Card Cavern, check them out, use code LDF. Also, check out the Shuffle Squad down below. Every Monday, I post a new video to their channel, and you can check out the second channel down below for some extra content. Just did a video where I talked about what I think are the best decks for the World Championships this year, and you can also check out this podcast channel once again. But yeah, this is the list I've cooked up here. I've been tweaking it with it for a while, but I do like the concept. It's just good in Arc Mirrors. Like, against, like, Arctina, if you're removing energy against Arctina, like, that deck's already kind of, like, energy dependent already, because a lot of the time they're losing energy to attack with Giratina, and since Giratina can't like one-shot your Gyarados VMAX, you can just like sit there, tank a hit, remove a lot of their energy from play, just making it so that your opponent just can't play the game and attack you. So against even a deck like Arctina, where they're removing energy themselves, you're also able to remove even more energy on top of that. Spiritomb's also good against Mew. Mew's another good matchup. As long as you just don't get donked, you can just kind of beat Mew by going like Path Tomb, plus remove their energy, remove their Fusion Strike energy, and remove their Double Turbo energy, making it hard for them to play the game. Nice thing about this deck is it gets to play Melony. When you're playing Water Energy and Arceus V-Star, you also get access to Melony, which allows you to put an energy from your discard pile on one of your V Pokemon and draw 3 cards. So it's a better replacement over Raihan in the deck, because Melony lets you draw cards. If you whiff the turn 1 Arceus energy attachment, sometimes you can like Ultra Ball Water Energy and then grab Melony and then go Melony Double Turbo and attack with the V-Star. But yeah, I really want to make Gyarados work. It's one of my favorite VMAX Pokemon. It was one of my favorite decks back in the day, and I wanted to revive the deck, but the problem is, again, we had to play the deck in a bit of a different light due to not having Jolteon and Memory Capsule anymore, but we can try to make the Gyarados deck work here, of course, with the Energy Disruption alongside Hyper Beam. Let's go show the deck off and show off what it can do on TCG Live. All right, again in this game with our Arc Gyarados deck, and we are going to win the coin flip, which I am cool with, obviously. Let's see what we got in our starting hand here. Playing against Xianpao, it looks like, which I think is pretty beatable for this deck. We open up with it's a pretty solid hand. I like getting the Bidoof down early, too. We have Path. Yeah, this hand's kind of insane. We can go Judge Path. Yeah, we can do a lot of this hand, actually. This is a pretty good hand, especially if we are playing against Xianpao, which I think is a fairly beatable matchup. Gyarados EX will be good in this matchup, too. Oh, it's a Lost Zone deck. It's Lost Tina. There's DTE. Well, I want to bench Bidoof, but I don't want to get spit. I think we just pass, to be honest. Now, if we do see a... No, you know what? I think I should have benched Bidoof and Arceus, because if my opponent puts their own Path of Peak down, then we can't do Starbirth. Maybe I should have done that, actually. Yeah, I probably should have. They do have a Battle VIP pass here, which is annoying. And they get 2 more Comfies. Okay, well. We'll see if we can beat Lost Tina. Lost Tina could be difficult just because Giratina V-Star is kind of scary. I think we still want to put a Gyarados in play. Even though they have Star Requiem, I think it's still fine to put Gyarados down. Guess we'll see. They do get a switch card here. We'll see if they have a Colress's Experiment. That's going to be the big factor here is do they have a Colress? There's a rope, another switch card. Maybe I should have benched Bidoof. They would have grabbed the escape rope then instead of the switch card. So I'm glad I didn't. I think it's fine to not bench Bidoof here. If they don't attack me, then we're chilling. Maybe they'll Star Abyss or Abyss Seeking. They bench Manaphy. They're gonna go. Oh, they are gonna go Abyss Seeking. That's good. I actually don't mind this. And they got a Path F. Okay, yeah. See, now I regret not benching the Arceus. And I regret not benching Bidoof, because now we have no way to play our abilities. Damn. Actually, I was glad they did this, because I can hit it with Arceus. Very unfortunate that they had to put a path down, though. That's what I was worried about, but we can Nova here for 180. I'm going to put a Lightning and a Water and a Lightning. I don't think I'm going to use Flying Pikachu. Let's put the 3 energy on the Arceus. That's super unfortunate they put a path down, but we do get to hit the Giratina, which is why I don't know why they benched Manaphy, because they could have had a second Giratina maybe too, which would have helped. They could knock my Arceus out here this turn with Lost Impact. It is possible to kill my Arceus with Lost Impact here. This path actually might stay around the entire game, which is also pretty bad. Yeah, there's Colress. All they need now is Mirage Gate and a Giratina V-Star, which maybe they don't get. There's a chance. They do bin the V-Star, so they do have the V-Star. Yeah, this path is pretty annoying. I can't play my V-Star power. Let me do Starbirth. Yeah, I really wanted to set Gyarados up. Gyarados can also get rid of their energy, which is honestly not even bad either. There's a lot of things Gyarados can do in this matchup that's pretty good. This is pretty annoying, though, for sure. We got damage on the Giratina, though, which is the only good thing. I need a supporter, though. I need to play my abilities. If they can literally knock me out, and then... Yeah, this is pretty bad. Boss top deck would be pretty lit, though. We can KO the Giratina immediately, which would be pretty good. Wouldn't mind killing that thing now. Can they get to 10 this turn? They get rid of Roxanne. 2 hand disruption cards in the Lost Zone now, which is good. An Iono and a Roxanne. Can they get to 10? They could. They're 1 off. They go Comfy one more time. They can get to 10. They could even Sableye me, which would be bad. And then I can't do Bibarel. Okay, they just pass. All right, if we can get a boss here, we're chilling. It's a good time to try to get boss's order. We'll see. Yeah, I need to get Gyarados in play. I only have 2 boss. Iono / Judge would also be decent. Judge would be okay, because Judge could prevent them from being able to do Mirage Gate Giratina V-Star. Nice. We got the boss. Let's go. Trying to think. Do I want to do Judge or boss? I think we boss. Yeah, there's like no reason not to boss. I wanted to get a Gyarados down there. Not getting a Gyarados down kind of sucks, but that's fine, because I want to be able to boss up another Giratina and like knock it out Gyarados, but it's not going to happen. Bibarel might get KO'd, so it's annoying. And there's another boss. This is where, again, I wish I had Gyarados, because I maybe could have went Gyarados next turn. We do have Judge, but I don't think Bibarel is surviving the turn. Could Iono them, though. We'll see. They do Nest Ball for another Giratina. I probably just want to boss Giratina, though, and punch it, to be honest. That's the thing, though. If we can get Gyarados online, we can Hyper Beam Giratina, and we can, like, run them low on energies pretty quickly. Like, we have some decent plays we can make with Gyarados V-Star. They can't knock me out this turn, which is a big deal. They can Sableye me, though, which is probably what they're going to do. Yeah, I might just boss Giratina, to be honest. Just get damage on it. If for whatever reason my opponent doesn't Sableye me this turn, we might be okay. If they just sacrifice another Comfy, I'm fine with that. If they sacrifice Comfy, then we're chilling. Still wouldn't mind doing boss, though. We'll see what they do. Crushing Hammer could be something we could try to dig for, too. Hammer would also help. We can just remove the energy off the Giratina and make their Mirage Gate even worse. They've only played one, though. Ooh, they're going to boss my Bibarel. That's really annoying. That's a really annoying boss. They're running low. They're not, well, they're losing a lot of supporters. And they actually don't Sableye me. All right, what do we draw? Another path. I low-key might just research here. Honestly, yeah, screw it. I'm just going to research. Yeah, draw cards. Yeah, we got Escape Rope. Escape Rope Gyarados. We'll Rope. See what they bring in. It's probably going to be a Comfy or Manaphy. Comfy? Sure. All right. Bench Gyarados. We'll Nest Ball. For... I mean, I could get the Flying Pikachu, but I've already put the 2 Lightnings in play, which now I regret doing. Yeah. Is it okay to put Pikachu in play? Honestly, it's probably fine. The Fruit Tree Pivot's still pretty good. Okay, Bibarel for 1. Hoping for a good card here. Okay, there's a Crushing Hammer. That could flip heads. That could be a pretty big hammer flip. Okay. So, let's take a look here. What do we want to get rid of? There's 2. There's 1 Psychic down. 1. Okay, there's 1. So, theoretically, we should get rid of the Psychic because they're running more low on Psychic energy than anything else. All right. We'll Trini Nova. Knock out Comfy. Put 3 energy on Gyarados. It is risky to go Gyarados here, though. I don't think we want to go Gyarados right away, just because they haven't Star Requiem yet. Okay, we'll knock out Comfy. Take our prize. See, we got another Arceus. That's not doing me any favors. We have Melony, though, for next turn, which is nice. So at least we can Melony and draw more cards. Haven't been able to hand disrupt yet, which is a bit of an issue. Haven't been able to hand disrupt yet. My opponent might knock me out, but you never know. There's the V-Star. That's why I kind of wanted to get damage on that thing, too, because this thing's hard to one-shot. Maybe I should have bossed it instead of researching. I don't know. They have the Psychic Energy. We have to go Arceus V-Star here. This is pretty bad, dude. I mean, yeah, they're going to start Requiem. They actually don't Lost Impact. That's... Okay, they didn't Lost it. That tells me they don't have much energy left. Or they don't have a real way to get energy at the moment. That's really good that they did that. I'm actually... Yeah, Lost Impact to me might be a big mistake on my opponent's end. So we can go Gyarados... Yeah, we can go Gyarados now. Now Gyarados is usable. Put the Flying Pikachu in play, too. Can Ultra Ball. For nothing. Oh, Bibarel. If we can find Crushing Hammer, we can go Hammer Hyper Beam. No, we got Iono, though, which is also pretty good. Yeah, Iono's pretty good here. We can Iono to 4. There's a Hammer. We can Crushing Hammer here. Try to remove another energy on the Giratina. Nice. Okay. There we go. Get rid of the Psychic. We'll retreat. And then Hyper Beam. If only we had another Crushing Hammer, we could have maybe removed another energy. But yeah, we can remove both the Grass and Psychic. Now we're going to force my opponent to find a Mirage Gate and a Rod/Recycler, which they might not find. Plus, we Iono them. Though, to be fair, they haven't played a Colress yet. But they also put a lot of supporters in the Lost Zone, though, which tells me they were stacking something in their hand. Because no way they Lost Zone Iono and Roxanne like that. It's just very weird. If Giratina can't attack, we can knock it out. They have to move the Giratina this turn. They could have a Jet Energy, though. No, they have another Mirage Gate. But do they have the energy within their deck to be able to attack? They do! No, dude! Dang it! Okay, that's fine. We still force them to have that. Okay, they had Super Rod. Okay. I did Iono them into Rod Mirage Gate. It's unfortunate. I gave them the perfect combination of cards they needed. Still very winnable, though. I think we're still probably fine to win this game, to be honest. The way this is looking. Yeah, the way this is looking, I think we're still chilling. We're big chilling right now. We'll see what they do. They can Lost Impact and then go Sableye next turn. They could have... If they have an Echoing Horn, we lose. But I doubt they play Echoing Horn. Because they go, like, Sableye, Echoing Horn. We just have to knock out Giratina and then just take out one prizer to win, which I think I can do. So we should be... Gyarados should be able to tank a hit here, and we should win the game from there. They could retreat, I guess. That's not really a good play, though, for my opponent to make. They do Escape Rope. The Escape Rope. Give them the Pikachu, obviously. Now I'm glad I put the Flying Pikachu VMAX in play, because I don't want my opponent to take a prize this turn. That's fine. We still just need a boss to win. The Spit doesn't really matter, though, because the Pikachu just goes to the bench anyways. So this is, like, kind of... This is, like, pointless damage. I can't Iono them. Yeah, they don't have a boss. So this is basically pointless damage, which is pretty sick. All right, what do we draw? Iono again. I don't want to lose both my Ionos, but is what it is. Is it ever worth it to get another Arceus? Yeah, it's fine. Need a thin. Okay. This is a good turn to find Hammer and Boss. Well, Hammer if we don't get Boss. Okay. There's Boss. So yeah, we can just knock out... No, hold the DT. We can just knock out the Giratina. This basically checkmates my opponent. Yep, that's basically game. If we didn't get Boss, I could have went double Crushing Hammer. Hopefully remove at least a couple of those energies, and then they can't attack, and then we just win the game from there. So, it's looking pretty good. Gyarados, Supremacy. See, my opponent has got... They have basically no way to win the game next turn, so I think we do just win here. I don't see a world my opponent can stop me. They can't Boss Iono me. Because, like, they can trap Bibarel, which is, like, their best play, but I have DT in hand, so the game's basically just over. They can Iono me to 1 and stabilize my Bibarel, but then I just win. So, like, there's no Pokemon that can survive a hit from Gyarados. So, I think the game's over. The game should just be over here. We'll see, though. But, yeah, the game should be over. But let's see if they got any other tricks up their sleeve. I don't think so. Unless they're playing, like, Thornton. But they can't knock out my Gyarados this turn anyways. I don't know. I don't think there's really much they can do about this. It's looking pretty good for us. They still have to take 4 prizes. Like, this Pikachu... Now I'm really glad I put the Flying Pikachu in play. Like, the more I think about it, it just was good to have it, because it just acted as a damage sponge that really, like, doesn't matter if this Pikachu took the 110. So it's like, I'm kind of glad I played the Pikachu. They do have Comfey. Yeah, they have to have, like, Thornton or something weird to, like, prevent me from winning this turn. They have a 2-card hand also. And I might have just put a ton of good cards at the bottom of the deck, considering they didn't do a Chorus last turn. So they definitely were stacking Choruses in their hand. There's a second boss down. All right, there we go. That's basically the dub then. They're now out of boss's order. Because I doubt they play 3. Yeah, I think it's just GG's. I'm trying to think of any scenario where my opponent can win. I don't think there's a scenario. It's looking like this game is wrapped up. And there is the concession from my opponent. Lost Teen is still a tough matchup for this deck. Lost Teen is tough for any Arc deck specifically, but we did do a good job kind of showing off the power of this deck, though. Again, this game, we open up with a mediocre hand. We got no V-Star. We have a Melony and an Energy, but I can't get the Energy in the discard. I should have actually maybe opened up with Spiritomb, so I could have retreated and did Melony. Okay, well, we're going first anyways, so it's all good. Crushing Hammer. I have no idea what I'm playing against. It looks like some kind of, like, Arc... Gardevoir. It might be Reggie Drago, actually. I just realized. Probably Reggie Drago. Just gonna pass. Probably should have benched Gyarados, but if I draw an Energy, at least I can build up Gyarados if, like, we don't draw anything here. So, unfortunately, we don't have a playable hand at the moment, but we have Hammer, which, I mean, if we're not getting Iono or Judged, we do have a Crushing Hammer we can still play. There's an Ultra Ball for my opponent. It's most likely Reggie Drago, which, I mean, the way to beat that is to just, like, Hyper Beam their Fire Energy and stuff. Seems good. There's Giratina. There's Squawkabilly. Maybe I debated putting the path down. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of debated it, but, like, I don't want to put a path in play when I need. They had a research anyways. Ooh, an Iono. That is a really good Iono. That actually could be the biggest Iono of all time. Both Lightnings. Don't really need the Pikachu. This is a pretty good Iono. We got Bidoof, another Arceus. It's not bad. We found the double turbo, though, which is a little annoying, but we can still get the path off first, assuming we don't whiff the V-Star. Best top deck here would probably just be Arceus or double turbo. Ooh! That was a decent squawk. They lost V-Star and an Iono again. Yeah, they Trinity Charge. Okay, this is fine. We're chilling. We're chilling. We have to watch out for Gallade, I guess, fighting Gallade. Do I want to put another Arc V in play? I think I have to on the off chance we whiff, which, I mean... You never know with this game sometimes. What do we top deck? There's the Gyarados. Yeah, I don't really want to overbench. Yeah, it's fine. We'll be fine. What'd I tell you? Grab the V-Star. We probably should get another Arc V. I could get another Gyarados, though, to be honest, too. A second Gyarados wouldn't hurt either. Just get, like, 2 in play. But I'm going to put 3 on 1 anyways. It wouldn't really matter. Could get Flying Pikachu. But both Lightnings are gone. I mean, the Pikachu's not that great. I think Gyarados is literally the best attacker in this matchup because it does the most amount of damage. Let's get like a second Bidoof, I guess. We'll save the Nest Ball or something. Starbirth for DTE and Path. Pretty good combo if I do say so myself. I really want to get Crushing Hammer, but we can start hammering next turn and kind of putting pressure on my opponent, so I think that's going to be the play. let's go Path. We can get killed by Regidrago here, which is annoying. Maybe I should... Yeah, you know, I should have Nest Ball for another Arceus. I'm, like, thinking about it. I think it was actually correct to get another Arceus. But again, I can get another Gyarados. That could work, too. We'll see. They're also down a fire, so, like, if we can just make it so Drago can't attack, we're just chilling. This deck was built to beat other Arc Pile decks, essentially, is what I'm trying to get at. All right, they have 6 cards in their hand here. There's the V-Star. They can't play the ability, though, unless they have a Stadium, which I doubt it. They might just Trini Nova me, too, which is probably what they're going to do. And they actually do just Trini Nova me. Okay. I'm fine with that. Now I can get double Gyarados in play, which I am 100% going to do. We're getting another Gyarados in play. All right, what do we draw? There's Bibarel. You love to see it. We can Nest Ball for Gyarados. Assuming they're not playing, like, Flygon or anything. Well, even if they do play Flygon, it's not a big deal. Goes Bibarel. Nice. There's one Gyarados. I still want to find Crushing Hammer, but I don't want to get rid of anything in my hand at the moment. Everything in the hand is actually, like, good. I think it's fine. We'll just Trini Nova. I'm going to hold the hand. I want to play Crushing Hammer, but we can wait to do it. It's not a big deal. Yeah, I kind of need the Melony for the second Gyarados. Or potentially if I want to knock out the Regidrago if they can't find a V-Star. All right. 1 and 5. Usually pretty good prizes. Nope. Not this time. Again, I think we're in a good spot right now. If my opponent... We'll see what they do. Basically, if we just run them out of energy, they can't do much. Gyarados is good against these Dragon decks because, like, against Duraludon, you get rid of their fighting energy. Against Regidrago, you get rid of their fire energy with Hyper Beam. Oh, and they don't even have the Regidrago V-Star. Ooh. That Dragon Lady is actually pretty good, though, because that puts me to 300 HP, which means they have a Choice Belt. Giratina can knock me out. All right, let's see what we draw. Bibarel again, the second Beebs. Yo, the boy pulled up. All right. Actually, I could have got Spiritomb. There's really no reason not to get Spiritomb there. All right, let's just grab Gyarados number 2. I'm just going to max Tyrant for the knockout. My opponent didn't get the thing, so, I mean, whatever, sure. That's how it's going to be. This is Melony. There's Hammer. We'll play the Crushing Hammer. If this can flip heads, we can get rid of the energy on the Regidrago. No! Okay, they can still technically attack next turn. I wanted to prevent that. Put the DT on. And then we'll just max Tyrant. Well, the reason I'm DTing is at least we can Hyper Beam still and discard their energy. We're just trying to remove their energy. Very unfortunate that I did not get Hammerheads there, but that's fine. Let's see what our 2 prizes are. Another Water Energy. See, now we can just hit for 220. I mean, we have game in hand. If my opponent just doesn't have anything, we just win with Boss. It looks like Path to Peak just kind of did them in anyways, but if they have the Regidrago V-Star, we can just Boss Hyper Beam it. Yeah, they concede anyways. Not really the greatest game there, but in that matchup, I think literally just Hyper Beam carries us because we can just constantly discard their fire energy, and they can't do much. Plus, combine the Crushing Hammer. And getting the path down, preventing them from being able to play their abilities was also pretty good. There's a lot of things that kind of just worked out for us there in the end. Again, this game, mulliganing is good. I am going first, but I don't have a Tauren Arceus. We're playing against Mew. All right, Mew's a pretty good matchup, in my opinion. We have Tomb, Path, and even Gyarados can be good because we can bulk with Gyarados and use Hyper Beam. With, like, Hyper Beam plus Spiritomb is pretty good, in my opinion, because it just kind of is a good way to move their energy. I need a basic, though. So they did mulligan twice, so we'll see. All right, my opponent does have that. We'll take the 2 extra cards. There's the Ultra Ball and a Crushing Hammer to go with it. Okay, Spiritomb top deck or Arceus? Judge. Dang. Kind of wanted that. We'll get rid of these 2. Do we have Spiritomb? We do. We have Gyarados. All right. The gang's all here. We got... Fan of Waves also decent in this matchup. Yeah, but we have a lot of good things in this matchup. Hopefully, we don't get donked. If Arc gets donked, I'm going to cry, but we'll see. Because, I mean, again, Spiritomb plus Arceus plus energy removal plus Gyarados. There's a lot of things we can do to kind of whittle Mew away. So I'm really hoping we don't get donked. Be pretty upset if we did. Because, again, if we go Tomb plus, like, Path and energy removal, like, what are they going to do? You know, what are they going to do? Hopefully nothing. My opponent does have a 5-card hand at the moment. They got the double Jenny in play, which is also pretty good if they have an out. We'll see what they got. Don't do it. Don't rope knock me out. Don't do it. Oh, we just... Do I Iono? Yeah, I think I have to Iono next turn. Iono Starbirth. There's Ultra Ball. That's not good. That's pretty bad. That can get them another Jenny and draw a lot of cards. Oh, God. Here we go. The fun begins. DT and Mew. So there's one energy down. Again, the more energy they lose, the better. I mean, another thing you could put in this deck, Evil Tall could honestly be decent in here, too. Wouldn't even hate an Evil Tall being in this deck. Could be also a decent addition. I actually got a second Mew, which is interesting. No third Genesect. And there's the Fusion. All right, so that means we are not getting KO'd here. Okay, they must have prized the Meloetta, right? They surely would have grabbed a Meloetta there. So that means they prized Meloetta. Pretty good hand they had there, but yeah, they prized... Most Fusion Mulas play one Meloetta. That means they prized Meloetta, which is really good. Okay, we're definitely not gonna... We're winning this game for sure, then. We're not winning, but we're doing some big things next turn for sure. So my opponent did not have the Meloetta. I mean, they could put a Path in play, I guess, which could be annoying. They Path, I could go Judge and just kind of see if I can just attack them. They put a third Mew down. I mean, they could put a ton of Mews in play, which could be awkward. There's Fusion Strike System. They could have Ice Cube. They could... I don't know. We'll see. They just pass. All right. What do we top deck here? Nice. It would have been nice last turn, actually. So let's go Arceus, Crushing Hammer, and hope to flip heads to get rid of their first Fusion Energy. Nice. Let's go. Get bodied. Get Iono. See the most amount of cards I can. Pretty good. We got Gyarados, which I wanted. We can Starbirth for double turbo, and I actually don't even know. We have everything we need. Spiritomb, Gyarados. Oh. The VMAX wouldn't hurt. Or actually, we can grab Ultra Ball for next turn. So we have an out to... this way we have an out to Bibarel. Or Gyarados VMAX, whatever way the water goes. Slap that down. Slap that down. Pretty good turn. Flip cards on Hammer. Set up the Tomb Path. Got Gyarados down. It's looking pretty good if I do say so myself. It's looking pretty darn good. All right. We're big chilling here. We also got a KO on a Mew, so we get to take a nice 2-prize lead. All right. 1 and 4 seems pretty good in my opinion. Yeah. Boss Bibarel. Now we can just start going Gyarados and just like be like, if you can't play the game, I can just boss your Genesect with Gyarados, knock him out with Max Tyrant. So, it's looking pretty good. Can my opponent get out of this? We have, like, the super lockup on my opponent right now. The Hammerhead is good, too, because now my opponent cannot knock out my Arceus as easily. If they were to have Meloetta in the deck, they can't put 4 Fusion Energy in play this turn and knock me out, because we discarded one. So they'd have to go a bit harder with power tabs and stuff to knock me out. So that's one of the big reasons why the Hammerheads there was a huge bonus for us. Flipping heads on Hammer was really good. But they can't play the game. And we're chilling. They get the power tab. Okay, double Mews. Now I can't boss KO Mew. And they have an Iono. Ooh, okay, that's a pretty good Iono. Dang, okay. We got Gyarados. I didn't get a Bibarel, though. Okay, that's a little awkward, but we're still in a good spot. It's not like my opponent can do anything anyways. See, they even find double turbo. They do find. So we can just Hyper Beam the double turbo off, to be honest. Or we can just attack with Trinity Nova again. I think Hyper Beam's probably correct. Just discard the energy with Hyper Beam. I'm fine with that. I need a Bibarel, though, still. Ooh, Forest Seal Stone. Now I'm not too sure I want to do that. They don't have a knockout, which is good. Actually, maybe, you know what? I think Hyper Beaming might actually be correct here, because they might be trying to go Boss plus double turbo on my Spiritomb. So, yeah, you know what? I'm actually fine to do Hyper Beam. Because they might be looking to do, like, Boss plus double turbo. Because they can Force Seal Stone for the thing. So, yeah, let's just do that. They did Techno Blast me, though. I think that's fine, though. Because if they just don't have energy, they can't play the game either. You might as well just do that. They also might prize a double turbo if they play 3. I think it's fine to Hyper Beam. Plus, if they attack with double turbo, we just discard it again with Hyper Beam. It just sucks I can't draw any cards. So I also don't have any draw in the deck right now. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. We're in a pretty good spot, though, still, I think. If we just remove their double turbos, they can't really play the game. Because they can Sparkle, but Sparkle doesn't build up a Mew in one turn. I've only put energy on 2 different Pokemon. So it's fine. Let's see what they got. They also have no Psychic Leap option at the moment. So if I could draw a boss or something. I don't know. We'll see. I think it was correct to get rid of the energy there, just in case they were trying to boss KO my Spiritomb. Not that it matters. We have Path in play too on top of that, but it's like, still, I'm just trying to be a little safe. If I had another Gyarados in play, I would have probably went Trinity, to be honest, but we don't. But I like just protecting the tomb here by going Path, Hyper Beam, discard their energy. It's fine. They could put energy. They could put Fusion Energy on the Genesect. Judge? Oh, that is a really good Judge. That's a really good Judge. That's hopefully going to give me a playable hand. Yep. There it is. We got Bibarel. We got Boss, too, and Iono. So we have a couple options. I think Bibarel Boss would be a correct play. Then I can try to max Tyrant the Mew, and then I just try to win with, like, 2 Boss or something. Ooh, Cram Flipping Heads. That's pretty bad. Assuming they don't have a double turbo, though. We'll see. That's a pretty good Cram. Jeez. My opponent's, honestly, their deck's playing decently well under Tomb and Pathlock and energy removals, because my opponent is finding back-to-back draw supporters, and they're flipping heads on Cram, and they have 4 Seal Stone. They're actually kind of keeping up a bit. Not by much, keep in mind, but they're putting on some pressure. We'll see what my opponent does here with this Cramomatic. What do they even grab? Like, what do you even grab with Cramomatic here? It has to be an energy, right? They can't... I mean, I think you're treating the other Mew next turn, I guess. No, another Mew V. Okay. They have Psychic Leap open. They could Leap me here, I guess. They're going to pop the 4 Seal Stone, though. If they grab another Double Turbo, I am down to just Hyper Beam it off. Yeah, they grab Double Turbo, which they do. Yeah, I'm just going to Hyper Beam it away. They attach it to the Mew. They already attacked me, though. They should... Wait, they didn't put on the bench Mew? Wait, what? Did they not know they already Technoblasted last turn? Okay. Alright, I'm just going to Boss Hyper Beam. What do we draw? Nest Ball? Okay, good discard bait. What am I getting Gyarados there, but we're bossing this turn, so it really doesn't matter. Just going to get Bibarel. We're just going to Hyper Beam the energy off the Mew, I think. Or I can just knock it out. That works too. Either I knock it out or I Hyper Beam the energy off. No knockout, F. Okay, that's fine. We'll just Hyper Beam the energy off. That works too. I mean, there's no way their hand is Sparkle plus Fusion Energy. No shot, right? They haven't even damaged me. That should be their last Fusion Energy, or their last Double Turbo anyways. Plus, we still have 3 Crushing Hammers and a Fan of Waves in the deck. Yeah. What can my opponent do at this point? I'm not too sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they just pass. It's just like, I think they've accepted their fate. That they're just, like, actually cooked. I don't blame them, though. We should set up a second Arceus. We don't really need another Gyarados, to be honest. We don't really need another Gyarados. Just set up another Arc. This one Gyarados literally just carried us. We don't need to set up a second Gyarados, I don't think. There's Hammer. No energy still. Okay. I was hoping for an energy, but whatever. Let's just knock out Mew. I was also looking for Boss. Another card I was looking for was Boss. 2, 3, 5, baby. What is it? DT, another Hammer. Another Crushing Hammer coming down on my opponent, which is pretty sick. So if my opponent... So my last prize is what? Flying Pikachu? Okay. That's game, right? Yeah, we just knocked him out with Arceus. They should have went to the Mew VMO. Okay, I mean, they just probably gave up. Honestly, I can't really blame them for just kind of giving up here, to be honest. Because, I mean, we basically just, like, full-on just prevented them from being able to play the game. You can't really blame them for kind of just giving up, to be honest. Because, like, what could they realistically... Even if they were to retreat to Mew and just not give me a prize, what can they even do? You know, Tomb, Path, we removed all their double turbos. What can they realistically do in that scenario anyways? I kind of can't blame them for just giving up. That's the point of our deck. We just make it hard for decks like that to play the game. That's the point. And Gyarados, pretty good. There you have it. That is my Arceus Gyarados VMAX deck in action. I really wanted to try to make Gyarados work again in the new format, but I definitely like this build of just kind of denying energy with Crushing Hammer and Fan of Waves and Hyper Beam. You might hate this deck if you play against it and your deck relies heavily on energy attachments. But overall, that'll be it for the video on the Arceus Gyarados deck here. If you all enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you're new to the channel, subscribe down below. Help me on the road to reaching 46,000 subs. One, thank you all for all the support on the channel recently as we slowly but surely approach the release of Obsidian Flames on Thursday, which I'm super hyped to do a bunch of content for that and all that good stuff. Make sure to check out the podcast down below. A new episode of the podcast just went live where we talked about the new Pokemon 2024 season, all the regional dates and all that stuff, and the CP limit being increased, and also talked about self-doubts within the TCG. Check out my second channel down below for some extra content. Just did a video talking about what I think are the best decks for the World Championships this year and all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch, my Twitter, my Discord down below, and all that good stuff, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye-bye.